Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the New York Giants taking on the Washington football team.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the New York Giants. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing up.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Returning it, John Ross. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, caught at the 21. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 20.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Jones will get this out to Barkley, complete. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down Giants, Jones to Ingram.
Welcome here to first short-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and...
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
5-yard line.
From the gun, Jones. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete.
To throw again, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones looking for Shepard deep, and he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Give them 14 on that one, and a first down. From the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd.
Operating from the gun. Jones. This will be caught just inside the 10. Called out a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Makes the score Giants 3, Washington 0.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. The defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while, because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Jabril Peppers on the coverage.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Blake Martinez. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 49.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That was was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. Barkley a first down and more. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Boy, Saquon Barkley, nothing short of electrifying with a football in his hands, and he showed off one of his biggest attributes on that one, and that is his speed.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
What is this?
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
From the gun, Jones. Out to the right here to Shepard. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. For the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first.
Washington,
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he finds McLaurin. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
He'll find Gibson here, complete.
That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
A gain of 2. Brings up second.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 13-yard line. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
That was a pretty route right there because it's a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson, complete.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the Giants' 9-yard line.
The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Punching it in from a yard away.
And Washington has tied the ball game with the extra point still to come.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
What do y'all do? What's up, guys? Get in there. You guys watch searches.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And now here's Ross. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Here we go! Here we go! Let's go!
Possession of the football going back over to the Giants.
They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well, all right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great. But your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. And now it's second down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
He'll look downfield for Humphreys.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it.
Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
The Giants going to take over again on offense.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Jones toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively.
And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked somewhere else, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. They came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
To throw now on 1st down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. And it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd.
They'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. You thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Now it's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And it's 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And we do talk a lot about how the tight end position has changed in the NFL. Here's a great example. It used to be that they were linemen who occasionally caught passes. Now they're wide receivers who occasionally block people. And right here, this isn't tight end speed. It's definitely wide receiver speed.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. Open man is Galladay, complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Jones on 1st down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Throw left side, complete to Ingram.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
A 51-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll get the lead down to 5.
16.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory.
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we reach halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the season, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where you see the final score there. Dak Prescott with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. From there, it's off to Southern Nevada. Check out the action going on beside the neon lights of Las Vegas. And things didn't work out for them as they fall to the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. A field goal was the difference. 27-24, the final. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, see what's happening with the Bengals. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. 31-14, the final. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just...